Welcome back. Average Shakes in the house.
The full average shakes.
Full average shakes. Miss you guys. I haven't been here in a while. Roman shit himself on cam last time they recorded, so that was great. But let me first start it off with Shinny, how the hell are you?
Doing good.
Doing good. All right.
Perfect. Good to have you in the trailer, buddy.
Yeah, good to have you in live in the flesh, Trevor, and not just a screen away.
I love being on camera.
Yeah, check out his OnlyFans. I mean,
what the heck?
You love being on camera. You said that.
Gotcha.
I was just trying to help you out.
No.
I was promoting for you.
No, please don't.
Don't check out the OnlyFans. Do you want to make money or not?
Yeah.
Please don't check out at Shenny on OnlyFans. Please.
So yeah, we'll talk a little bit of Padres over the past weekend. They had a little 2-game stint. Mexico City taking on the Giants.
Sweet.
Home away from home as the Padres sweep as good as it was.
Yes.
First game started off, the over and under was
15 and a half.
We clocked in a mere 21 runs.
26?
27.
27?
Yeah, 16 11.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not that good at math.
Roman is
average. I don't remember the final score. So
this is a favorite tweet I saw from Average Shakes this weekend. Los Padres son dueños de Mexico.
Can you please explain that for you?
The Padres own Mexico. 2-0 sweep. The Giants looked sad, embarrassed.
The Giants played a hard fight, though. Put up a hard fight. They hit fucking 8 homers and over the series. You know, more homers than us, but
by 1.
Yeah, still more. They don't take a game from us, though. You know, it was our pen. Our pen kind of locked it down in the later half of the game. You know, the first game it was Nick Martinez who came in through 2 innings to kind of shut the door for that game. You know, when there's so many runs getting popped up everywhere.
Oh yeah,
you needed a guy like him to come in and just slam the door shut
for sure. And that's got to be such a scary feeling as a pitcher, just knowing any fly ball could be a home run.
Yeah,
like no matter how hard it's hit, any ball in the air could fly out of that park. We saw it on Friday night or Saturday night. Sorry, we saw that there, and like Nick Martinez coming in to shut the door, that's got to be a good feeling. And then you see the videos after the post-game videos.
And this is exactly what the Padres needed. Now that you brought that up, you saw the post-game interviews or post-game videos after both games in the clubhouse, and they were just enjoying life, enjoying the game of baseball. You know, they got out the sombrero for the Homer Club now. Right. Looks like we might be rocking sombrero. Every team has something, and it feels like.
Yep.
Seems like Padres might be adding sombreros plus the Polaroids.
Love that.
Because we were just doing Polaroids for a while.
Yep.
But now we added a sombrero to the mix. Right. I kind of fuck with it. I hope they carry it on through the season.
What does sombrero mean?
It's a hat, buddy.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
It's a sun hat.
I just wanted to let the viewers know, the listeners.
Okay.
But I think this is good for our team. You know, it boosts up our bats. We were all hot this weekend. I think it brings a lot of confidence to our team knowing that we can come in here, and if we all bat like this consistently, we can consistently put up 16 runs or 10 or more. I mean, I'm not speaking now, but like in the future, if we get hot towards October, I mean, this is what Padres could be.
No,
and this is really what the Padres needed because their superstars were the ones who were cold.
Yes.
I mean, Fernando Tatis did come back, and we saw a little bit of greatness, but he was still batting like a 226 over the course since he's came back or something like that. Juan Soto was batting under 200, 198.
Yep.
You know, Manny Machado was in the 220s range. All those guys had a great weekend.
Yep.
For sure.
All of them, you know, and this is exactly what, pitching got a little roughed up. Musgrove didn't look great in his second start back, but legit anything you hit in the air could go, and it did go.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't want to put too much into there because they even talk about when we go to Coors and how the pitches don't break and how they don't spin as well. Same thing for Mexico City. It was 7,000 feet higher in elevation than Coors was.
2,000. 7,000 is where they're at in elevation.
7,000 yeah, is crazy.
Even you, Darvish, today. I mean,
well, and
two bombs off of him early.
He relies a lot on spin with his pitches, and so the higher the elevation, obviously, the less the spin that's going to happen. And I mean, first batter of the game, they hit a bomb.
There's a lot of solos.
It was a lot of
solos. Don't kill you though.
Yeah, and you, Darvish, loves giving up solo home runs, and that's what I absolutely love that about him. But speaking back to what Roman said about this team consistently putting up double-digit runs in the game, I have never seen a team be able to put up 10 runs just as easy. They're able to put up 0 runs. It's absolutely insane. The Padres right now lead the league in shutouts, but then any given moment they can boom turn it on. Wow, this team is unreal. Like it's absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, and I love them. I love it already.
I love the ups and downs. I love the roller coaster.
Just need to find the middle.
No, you know what? I don't want us to be consistent. I love this roller coaster because right now I'm at the peak. Right now we're peaking. This is awesome. The Padres are the best team in the world.
Where do we go next?
Tomorrow
we're going down. Yeah, we're just going down.
Yeah, it is that roller coaster. That's what baseball is, though. You know, you live and you learn to not try to be devastated by every loss and not try to get over hype on every win because there's over 140 games. You know,
I do love getting hype on wins, though.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
And when we lose, I feel it.
The key factor for me this series was our DH spot for both sides. I mean, Nelson Cruz, holy shit. Dude, 5 for 5,
he can
homer.
Hit triples? He got wheels like that?
And then today hit a triple.
Yes. Wow. Shout out Average Shakes. Nelson Cruz is the oldest Padre in Padres history to hit a triple.
Yep. First
shout out Average Shakes.
It was a great series for him overall. And Carpenter, same thing. I feel like he had a good game today. I don't think he played much the other day, but I really like what they're putting in. For $1 million, Nelson Cruz is going to hit 3 bombs already. He's batting over 300 triples today.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
You know, he had a cycle in the series plus a whole lot more.
Yeah.
So it was a great series for him, and those are the key players we need in this season to step up. It's not going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it is going to be those guys, but
when there's not,
that's the backbone. We're going to also need help from the other guys to contribute.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it's a whole 9-man lineup, you know, and 4 guys is only 4. It's not even half that I know are superstars, but then you got guys like Jake who are like so important for this team. Because how much they do. Jake fucking was terrific with the glove all weekend.
God, that freaking first base play today.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that was nasty.
Those games, he had crazy diving stops, picks. I mean, this man's taken over the Gold Glove for first base.
Oh, yeah.
We stuck a shortstop at first base, and he's fucking killing it over. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun.
What was I saying earlier about Austin Nola? Can you remind me?
That he's broken every so often, and we have to call a medic, and then all of a sudden I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but he's like a broken car where you take it to the mechanic fixes it, but he breaks it on purpose so you come back to spend more money. That is what Austin Nola is like. Today he ends up hitting a bomb, and it's like, wow, he's back, he's fixed. This is awesome.
Car's
and then
working.
Car's working. You're gonna in a week from now, you're gonna be like, well, car's broken again. We need to take it back to the shop. And then the mechanic doesn't fix it. You're taking them back. That's how Austin Nola is. And yeah, congrats on the home run today. That was awesome. Padres win. That was awesome.
Yeah, huge.
You guys might want to not talk about this, but that reminds me of Drew Pomeranz getting hurt again.
Yep, Drew Pomeranz gets shut down after discomfort in the forearm elbow region.
Golly,
kind of seen this coming after like triple scratches in the minors. Every time they're saying he's back, he's back. Oh, it's neck. Oh, he slept wrong. Remember we roasted him a month ago because we said he slept on his neck wrong and had a kink.
And that actually is what happened.
Yeah, and now he's forearm tightness. Me and Trevor talked about this a long time ago. And I'll give you the viewers a little hint. anytime you hear forearm tightness, elbow tightness, soreness, it's Tommy John. It is the beginning to the end. Just like Drew Pomerantz is dealing with it. Shenny's favorite pitcher of all time.
No, don't bring him. Why?
Jacob
Why did,
DeGrom.
oh
Yes,
my God.
yes,
forearm tightness, elbow tightness.
Bad.
He leaves his start after a mere 3 innings in the 4th inning and was walking away in grieving pain.
Why do you bring this up now?
This is a podcast where we talk about sports and we're talking about MLB and Tommy John. This is a situation where Bob said it in our predictions. Start the year. Who's our top 10 pitchers? Not Jacob DeGrom because he's hurt every year. Yep. How many starts in 2 years? 23 in 2 years. And then he started making a comeback. What do you have? 5 starts under his belt? Watch.
No.
Watch.
No.
We're going to get the no
It's the hurt or not. Tommy Wan.
Hurt or not, Tommy John or not. He is still the best pitcher in this game.
Old Tommy Wan.
Drew Pomerantz, on the other hand,
ship him.
I'm scared.
Ship him.
Because Bob is
I'm over
5 for 5 on players who are elbow tightness, forearm tightness, getting Tommy John. He's 5 for 5. And I'm scared. I see Drew Pomerantz, elbow tightness. That gets me scared. I think he just robbed the Padres of $20 million these last 2 years for doing absolutely nothing.
I think it's more than that.
And I don't think he's going to be able to pitch another inning in a Padres uniform. I just don't. I think he's done. We can him. We take the loss. That's just how it's going to be.
Yep, there's winners and losers in this league, and we lost on that one. I mean, seemed like a great deal at first. That 2020 year, he had a mere 0 ERA until the last game. He gives up a 2-run bomb or something like that. He had a great season for us in his first spin around back with the organization, but since then, he's been dealing with injuries. Nothing to say.
$20 million though.
I think
he's been making 9.5 million these last 2 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I'm around that to 20 million because of his rehab.
Yeah,
it's got to cost at least $1 million, right?
So fuck, it has to.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how guys work in the pen. Whether that's gonna be Nick Martinez for a long time. Lugo, hasn't looked great his last 3. Waka's not really a pen guy. Had never been. He's a starting pitcher. But Weathers is another guy. We just sent Weathers down, who was not too happy about it, but we saw a huge spike or drop in his velo and spin rates. His first return back, like his first time entering a game again.
Yeah.
So I know
but Padres, it was 2 shutout innings though.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're not at your full potential. This team needs to win with guys who are at full potential, their arms full strength. I don't want a guy throwing 80 poo coming out of the bullpen.
Right.
Because he maxes out at like 96, 97 when he's on top G.
What if it's
he sits around 92?
He can't control it when he's throwing that hard though. But what if he brings the velo down? He has before, but
I think the situation is, one, you're sending him down to remain working as a starter because you've seen how the relief drops his velo, so maybe he doesn't get the same warm-up routine in, or his arm's not used to the reliever innings.
Yeah.
And then if anyone gets hurt, he's the first starting pitcher you call up instead of moving Nick back and forth through the pen and whatnot. So at least Martinez was a good sport about it. He said, "Hey, I already got my guaranteed money. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he literally said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that attitude. Everyone needs that.
Yeah, you need I'm already paid for this year. It's what's best for the team.
Yeah. Winner. That's what makes you win.
Especially when you are such a valued relief arm. He's so much better as a reliever than the starter.
Right.
I think we lose having him start games. He doesn't show the same aggression. Yes, he does getting out of those situations, but having him 2-3 innings in the meat of the orders, and have him be sharp and be able to last that long is such a key for the Padres going forward. We'll see what happens to other starters in other situations. Not too sure, but hey, it's working. The one guy who's not really working is Blake Snell, but we all know he's a second half pitcher. I just don't want him being able to go to that. Like, that's his number one fucking thing is, I mean, he's been ass.
And then,
but it's the same exact numbers from last year. First half.
It's absolutely insane. So crazy. Same exact first 5 starts, he has the same exact numbers.
You would think the fucking guy would put in a little bit of more work this year because he's going to be a free agent. I really think he carries too much of the Cy Young name, because even when someone was chirping him on Instagram and his comment saying probably should put down the controller, roasted him because he got a 5.9 ERA right now.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Want to Cy Young with the controller?"
Yeah.
That was his comment back. Buddy, this is not what we need right now.
We're living in the past.
Yeah, and that's a long time in the past now. We just did your full Padres contract. You're a free agent at the end of this. Well, that's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then what was it, 2 before that since he was a Cy Young, maybe even more? It's been a while since he was a Cy Young award winner. And we have yet to really see it. I mean, yeah, he shows potential of it. 1 game here, 1 game there, 1 game here, 1 game there. But fuck, dude, this was not the Blake Snell I thought we were trading for at all.
Yeah.
Hader, at least we saw him struggle, and then all of a sudden it was like back. Yeah, he gives up a walk or a base hit and then closes out the game, but a lot of closers work like that. They're uncomfortable for a bit, will like their situation, their matchups, and attack matchup base. But for Blake Snell, I mean, my golly. Dude, it's so many walks. It's what it is. It's so many free passes. And he is like a strikeout pitcher. Yeah. So
he does a lot of pitches. He's out of the game early. He can't last. He can't go 6-7 innings. He's a 5-inning guy.
Yeah, like this whole time we have not seen him, I think, 1 start go deep.
This year or
no,
like as a Padre?
As a Padre. I think we've seen 1 start where it's like 7 innings.
I think he has 2, but
2 in 3 years as a starting pitcher in this league, and which Bob Melvin doesn't like fucking pulling his guys. That's the worst part about this.
Yeah,
Bob Melvin puts all his trust in that starting pitcher because he was a catcher for so long. He wants that guy to go get his out.
But I just it's so hard for me to understand how the All-Star break comes and he just turns a different mode. Like he can't find that sooner for some reason. Maybe he can this year. We don't know. We don't know what's in the future. But right now, from what we see from Blake Snell, is
same as last year.
Yeah, same as last year.
Bullshit.
The first half is absolutely horrible. The second half, he is the best pitcher in baseball, and it's
in 5
that's
innings.
what keeps him around. That's what keeps him around
per 5 innings.
Yes,
per 5 innings.
Per 5 innings. I don't even think so. Then I mean, that's my real struggle with this team is that we have yet, and we toe Blake out in fucking game 2 of the season every year. He's supposed to be our guy.
Yeah.
But we're working with Yu Darvish and Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove made himself a name in this league being a San Diego Padre, so I'm not mad about it. But I'm just upset that I have not seen the fruition of Blake Snell pan out
to its fullest capacity.
To the fullest extent. And I was such a huge Blake Snell fan before this trade. Just like we were Josh Hader and all these guys. And sometimes they get moved to places and situations where they can't step up. Maybe this is a team that the brights are too light. Or the brights are too light. The lights are too bright. But, like, seriously, maybe this San Diego Padres might feel like a New York Yankees now. It might feel like a Boston Red Sox now.
Yeah.
I mean, the media is on them. They're asking you questions every day. The fans, the Twitter fucking I almost fucked up right there. But the Twitter bullies, they those guys are on everybody's head. One sort of watches strike 3 one time and they are wanting to
one gone.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's starting to get a little bit harder to play in San Diego, and maybe the lights get too bright. But man, I don't want to re-sign Blake.
No, I mean, he's very good at excuse me. He's very good at when you re-sign players, that's usually in the offseason. So you look at Blake Snell's last 7 starts and it's usually dominant, and you're like, this is my last 7, your recent memory of him is absolutely shoving, and that's what gives like that's kind of where he's gonna weigh his contract, I guess. But I don't want him back. If he figures it out, he figures it out. He can go somewhere else and totally
figure it out.
Yeah, he's gonna figure it out, and I know exactly where he's gonna go. He's gonna go to the Seattle Mariners, back in the AL where he enjoys pitching in his hometown. Yep. I mean, it's just simple.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
I mean, when I first
we might even trade him to the Mariners.
When he first got traded, there was an interview, and he was talking about his living situation. He just never seemed like he was buying it. It just never sounded like
an apartment every fucking year.
Yeah, didn't want to buy a house. I'm only here 3 years. Like 3 years is a long time. And a house in San Diego, that's worth a lot more than you're thinking because of the situation.
A great investment in if you bought a house this first year.
You know, and whatever. At least one soda did.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, what we're gonna be talking about pitching and all that stuff for a long time this year because it is, I think, our problem. I mean, not day to day, it's going to be waking up the bats, but I think we do have a little problem when it comes to playoffs, how deep guys go in other situations and who we tow out there for playoffs, you know? Because right now, 1-2 is you, Joe, but if this is
a question mark after that,
Blake, and Blake's pitching like this, I don't want to see him.
Right.
You know, I'll take a Lugo and a Waka and call it a series, see what we could do.
Yeah, 100%.
But all right,
that's right now.
That's for right now. All right, enough Padre talk. We'll move into our next segment. Draft recap. NFL draft. I wasn't here to do a mock draft with you guys. Roman, your mock draft didn't seem too half bad.
Yeah, I got 4 out of 5, I think.
Yeah, not too bad. Trevor, on the other hand, I will not speak of this topic.
Why did you even bring it up?
Because your first rounder didn't get picked in the first round.
Yeah, fell. You had him 1-1.
1-1, and he didn't even go 2-2.
I believe the Reddit guys.
I mean, 2-1.
You believed Reddit way too hard.
Yeah, I did.
Reddit had him saying he was telling everyone he's going 1-1.
Yeah, and for the fans, do not go to the Average Shakes Instagram and see who I had in my top 5 mock draft. Just please don't do it. It's not
you'll
good.
Be laughing.
Nah, I don't know if you'd be laughing. You might be like feel sad, like wow, that guy really sucks. Like he's that bad.
But Bryce goes 1-1.
I think we all knew that. I mean,
that was a given.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud 2 overall.
Yeah.
And then it kind of changed up here because Texans traded back in to the 3rd pick, not the Cardinals, and they take Will Anderson. 4 is the Colts take AR-15.
I think that was surprising.
That was a little surprising because I didn't think he fit their system as well as a Will Levis. Or another quarterback, but hey,
they're banking on the arm.
Yeah,
they love that kid's arm.
That he's athletic, he's raw, and he has a cannon of an arm.
Objection to that. They just hired the Eagles' offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, I think. I think he sees AR-15 in similarities as Jalen Hurts, so I think that's why they drafted him in this sense. They think they see a little bit of Jalen Hurts in AR-15, and that's what they're gonna ride their offense on. But I don't know. He went 6-7 at Florida in the SEC.
But these aren't the same Florida teams. I mean, like this isn't the same Florida. This isn't the Tim Tebow Florida when they had every fucking NFL guy coming out of that school. Florida hasn't been good in years, but he made Florida a name again this past 2 years. Once he started, he jumped off the page, and then this season past wasn't too great, but they didn't have dog shit for players. You know, I don't know if it's. I mean, they've gone through how many coaches, you know, now the last couple of years.
I couldn't even tell you. That's that many.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So I definitely think that he's a little bit better than people are giving him the credit for. And I really, really like his style. I mean, he's so raw. He's a Josh Allen. Josh Allen came from Wyoming, was just a big body with a cannon. It's the coaching and the system that you put around him that makes him successful.
Right.
And that is every quarterback that comes to this league. Are they drafted into the correct situation that could make them successful? That offense, the scheme, the guys around him, it all matters. So I don't think the Colts are going to be that great this first year.
Is he their number one right now?
I think they signed a veteran. I want to say.
Did they re-sign Nick Foles or no?
I don't believe that was the veteran who I was thinking.
Oh,
I want to say Minshew.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew. I think so.
That was the name on my head.
Yeah,
was Gardner Minshew.
I think it was him.
I think that and Steichen came over and brought his dude with him. Probably
that makes sense.
Gardner was in every QB room, every offensive meeting. Boom, boom. Those two match up. So maybe it gives a little bit of time for AR to understand offenses and stuff like that in the NFL. But I like the move. I think he's an athlete, so I don't think you get wrong with it.
Is he smart? Did he do well on the test?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't have a 12. CJ Stroud. And then 5 was the Seahawks.
Yeah, and they got the cornerback, Devin Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm. Witherspoon. I'm not as high as taking a cornerback 5 overall. I know if you have a need, you fill it. The Texans did this sort of thing last year with Stingley. They took him early. But hey, if you found, and the Seahawks are so smart because they had a solid fucking draft last year. And what did they do? They drafted a cornerback in the later rounds that ended up being a fucking stud.
All pro.
All pro. So now you go get the guy that falls to you, the best corner on your board. And you're going to pair up 2 guys in the back of that defense. That's huge for them.
And they got JSN.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Or else
Jackson Nigba Smith.
Yeah.
That guy?
JSN. So Smith before Nigba.
Oh, yeah. Njigba. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little hard on
You said that wrong. Well, that's good for
they had a good draft last year, and I think they had a good overall draft again this year. I think that Seahawks team is really building for the future, and however long Pete Carroll's there for, because he's getting old, but I think they set up Geno
pretty well
with the JSN pickup. And you added your defense. I mean, the Russell trade was finally completed. They spent their picks. It was a whole shitload of them.
Oh my gosh.
They have rebuilt their entire team with a mere one move.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then after that, 6 was Lions. I want to say.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
I think...
But there were so many trades. That's one thing I do also want to talk about. My phone was just blowing up of trade notifications for the last week.
I think it was Lions because 7 was the Raiders, 8 was the Falcons.
Yes.
Well, Bijan went 7, didn't he?
No, Bijan went 8 to the Falcons. Raiders took an outside linebacker.
Wilson from Texas Tech.
Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what the Lions did. No, I think the Lions traded back.
Yeah, I think so too.
Lions got a running back too.
Yeah. I don't think they got him at 6 though. That's why.
No. It was like
I think
13.
they got him at 10.
Yeah, I can't remember. They took, but the Lions did. I don't think they had the best draft. I think they ended up taking like names that were there, and then ended up trading up for more names and so on and so on. But I definitely thought the guys who they drafted, they could have had a later pick. So, I mean, hey, you got your guy. The one thing that the Lions did do, fucking trade D Swift.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, I mean,
I think we've talked about him every episode of the Pick'em podcast for the last 2 years.
Literally.
He was literally that big of a name, and the only name until this past year that was relevant on the Lions. But holy shit, I did not see that coming. And who do they trade him to?
The
goddamn Eagles. Goddamn Eagles. Now the Eagles are.
They have a 3-headed horse, right?
I'd rather DeAndre Swift than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, in this situation, because you think that Swift could last longer. I think he's a little bit younger and doesn't take as much damage to the body. I mean,
he went to Georgia.
Yeah, and it just hops on this Georgia train of the Eagles draft.
Yeah, there's some connection between Philadelphia
Howie Roseman
and Georgia.
Yeah, Howie Roseman and Georgia.
I think they had 6 players drafted or acquired from Georgia this past draft last offseason, I think.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, last year I felt like the Eagles had the best draft overall.
Oh my god, and they just one up themselves this year.
This year they go out and get Jalen Carter after he slides down down to them. Took Jalen Carter. I mean, hey, everyone wanted him, but no one wanted him at the same time.
Yeah.
He's going through some situations. This guy could have been 1-1 and on a good day.
Yes. I tell people he's the best player in this draft.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that. I watch Georgia a lot, so I know how good he is, but people ask me who's the best player in the draft. I tell them Jalen Carter. That's just my opinion.
Oh, he was so disruptive up front and right in the middle of their defense. Best player on their defense was a fucking guy who wore number 88 on the line.
Yes.
You kidding
Literally
me?
a tight end.
Tight end.
I thought he was a tight end. I'm like, oh my god, the tight end just made a tackle. It was the nose guard.
Yeah, I mean, college numbers are all wacko.
Oh, he's a showstopper. They were playing his highlights, bro. He could stuff the hole. He can shed a block.
Yep.
Crazy how fast he can shed a block, bro. And I mean, yeah, he might be the best player in the draft. It's a steal.
And would the Eagles get him at 9 or 10?
10. Their 10th overall pick.
Yeah.
And then they also went and got Nolan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he
Nolan
fall?
Smith.
Was he hurt?
It was just another one of those. I don't think they believed in Georgia, the rest of the league. It's just one of those guys who kept falling, kept getting picked over. Unreal, because Eagles just ended up stealing away with this draft. You know, day 2 they made the Swift trade. It was just, I think the Eagles might have won the draft again.
I think so.
I definitely think Howie Roseman knows how to fucking draft.
Yeah. They want to go back.
They want to go back. They lost.
Like losing.
They lost a lot of their line, and then what they go do? Oh, let's just build the entire Georgia defense up front. That's what they did last year. Last year, what they go do? They took Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean. The nose guard.
The nose guard that I wanted so bad.
I don't know.
Jordan.
Yep. Jordan Davis.
I could not believe they snagged both of those guys, and now they're gonna pair them all of them up on the fucking same defense.
Yeah,
that's lethal.
And they just signed Jalen to that extension. So when you sign a quarterback to extension, you really need a draft hold. That next draft has to be perfect.
Yes.
So your team can continue and sustain their ability.
Right.
And honestly, they signed Jalen Hurts an extension and they draft fucking perfect. Insane.
Scary.
Yeah.
It was gonna be scary again.
BJ again picked, not falling. He fell right to the team that wanted him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Falcons took him at 8. I do know, and teams and people out there screaming, going, "Why did they draft a running back at 8? This is not a running back league." This is a running back you draft in the top 10.
He is nasty. Yeah.
This makes Atlanta a whole lot more scary because they've made some moves. They went and got Okudah, traded the Lions for Jeff Okudah. I think that was a great move.
Bad move on the Lions part. He played great last year.
I think it was just a problem since they drafted him. That's the old regime. I just think he was on his way out, whether they liked it or not. But I think this helps. This helps Desmond Ridder with all his options now on offense. Now the next question is Desmond Ridder good?
That guy, yeah. They're gonna find out this year.
They're gonna find out.
Yeah,
and you know what's crazy is if he's not, I might go call Tennessee and be like, you know what, you guys just got your guy. Let me have Malik. And then you go Desmond and Malik. You go beat each other out. Let's see who takes a step up.
I'm just glad that some certain team drafted the best quarterback in that draft class. I'm just glad that team's okay with who they have.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of him, since I mentioned trading for Malik, why would they trade for Malik after he was drafted last year? Well, let me tell you, Mr. Will Levis gets drafted to the Titans in the middle of the second or early second round. This one is a little bit of a shocker to me because I thought the perfect team was sitting there and was just going to be like a dad trying to hug his little son or baby, just like when the baby's like, "Come here, Papa, come here." That's what this felt like to me. The goddamn Rams were sitting there like pick 38 or something like that in the second round. And nope, Titans make a trade up, go get their man, snag him. Feels bad, not really, about the Rams and their situation there because they end up later picking Stetson Bennett.
Wow.
2-time national champion Stetson Bennett. Let's put some respect on his name.
Oh, I'm not gonna
25.
I'm not gonna say nothing because what they do, they paired Matthew Stafford up with another Georgia legend.
I love
it. And now he's just gonna train him up for a year, and maybe he's a lot better than we all thought.
I hope so.
I don't think so.
Shenny stock's gonna go up if he's
Shenny stock goes up.
I don't want that to happen.
Stetson Bennett is good.
And I saw a tweet that the Rams, like, shout out to the Rams for Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett were teammates at one point in Georgia. And so now they're reuniting in LA. Like, I think that's amazing. Like, shout out to the Rams. That's cool.
That is terrible.
It's a great joke because of how old Stetson Bennett is. Yeah. That's why that makes that a great joke.
Stetson Bennett was at Georgia at 5 years old.
Probably.
We keep moving back in this draft. I'm just trying to recall off the top of my head these picks. I can't recall.
Hold on. Let's if you watch the mock draft video, Shenny and his Steelers, they wanted one guy, just one person I just wanted you to draft. And we fucking got him. Not where I wanted you to go, but we fucking got him. Masterclass by the Steelers. I absolutely love it. Joey Porter, 2nd round, 1st overall pick. Thank you, Chase Claypool.
Thank you, Claypool.
We are fucking back. We're back.
Who'd you guys draft in the 1st round?
Broderick Jones, offensive tackle.
Yep.
Number 1 on my big board. I absolutely loved it.
Yep.
You needed him.
So this was a masterclass by the Steelers because I think they had a great draft. And I'm not saying that because Trevor's in the room. I truly think the Steelers had an outstanding draft. You go get an offensive lineman, what we were talking about all year. What was happening to Kenny? Not enough time. Not enough time. Under pressure a lot. Under pressure a lot. So you go get Trevor's number 1 tackle off the board, Broderick Jones, 2nd round. We knew who you wanted as soon as the draft concurred. The 1st round of the draft concurred Thursday night. Steelers held that pick and went, our guy just fell to us. Our 1st round guy fell to us at this pick.
Hallelujah. That's what I said. I texted every group chat I could. Let's fucking go. We got our guy.
Well, in our boat,
we fucking got him.
I don't really like our draft. I don't know. You can talk about it.
I've been doing my research, extensive research. Quentin Johnson, Chargers 1st overall.
He wasn't even on my board. I didn't even.
He wasn't on your big board.
I didn't even know who that guy was.
Oh, you didn't watch enough college football.
No.
Yeah, definitely not, because TCU was in the Natty, and how did they get there?
Were they?
How did they get there? Big number 1.
Wow.
Big number 1.
Where was he on your big board?
It was number 2.
Yeah.
Definitely not my number 1 selection. My number 1 was still on the board, but they chose to go a different route. I think it makes sense. The way that Kellen's going to run this offense is I think we're going to have 3 wideouts on the field 99% of the time. I think Keenan Allen fits more of a slot receiver in this style offense. He does all the little work.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing a lot of little work from the outside guys. Those outside guys are going fucking get the fuck down the field, bud.
Right.
Go run your ass off. And the best part about this guy is 6'4", runs a what?
Don't look at me.
4'4".
4'4".
Like that might be made up.
No, I think that was 4. I think it was 4'4".
He was a second faster than Mike Will's 40 time. A whole second.
Second?
Yes. That's huge in the NFL when we're talking.
What does Mike Will run?
Mike Will had a good 40. He was like a 4.6.
4.5.
4.5 something.
It's 0.1 second.
No.
A whole second.
Oh, like, yeah, 0.1 second, but that's a whole second in 40 times when we're talking 40 times.
All right.
That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking a whole second, like 5.4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No. Whole second. That's pretty slow.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking in 40 times, a whole
millisecond.
Yeah. Trevor got what I was trying to say finally. But this, and this also gears up for the future. Because I don't know how long we'll have Keenan. Realistically, I know this is our kind of our last tied piece to San Diego is Keenan Allen. On this Charger team, and I definitely don't see him here that much longer if he doesn't produce. I mean, we pay him $20 million a year, pay Mike Will $20 million a year. Now you just draft a guy in the first round.
One of them's got to
go. We just re-signed Mike Will before this year, last offseason.
Just picked up the 5th-year option for your quarterback, who hasn't been paid yet.
Oh yeah, got to pay Herbie. I know they're working on that. I'm not worried about it.
Why don't we get another one then?
Quarterback?
Yeah. We need a backup.
In case he gets a concussion, you know,
some of the
he's
new,
out for like
some
8
of the
weeks.
new like rules of the league.
I hated that fucking pick.
Some of the new rules of the league is how money's used and how much veterans make. Veteran worked for their guaranteed deals. So in the NFLPA, they work to get, if you're a veteran in the league, played more than like 5 seasons, your veteran minimum or whatever you paid is guaranteed. An NFL team would rather draft a guy who's only going to make $250K and then work him back up, and then he's the veteran now, and then keep the cycle going. So guys like Easton Stick now is kind of grown out of his spot. He's not the young guy, you know, no progress.
Old guy,
yeah. I mean, now we got Max Duggan backing up Herbie.
Also, a fun fact that I realized: Max Duggan versus Stetson Bennett in SoFi Stadium for the national championship. Max Duggan is a LA Charger. Stetson Bennett is LA Ram, and they both play in SoFi Stadium.
Yep. Never got to leave. After that game, they're like, you know what? Pull a chair up. Stay a while.
You're staying right.
Stay a while.
I think they might have saw something in that game. Maybe. I don't know.
I think maybe the only thing I was thinking of is
Max. They might have saw Max Duggan score 7 points in the national championship. I don't know. It's possible.
Might have been it. But TCU had a great fucking run. So I understand. I like the moves because Chargers got
Justin how to throw to the wide receiver.
I mean, yeah, you're getting a guy who's already been in the mix of, you know, and another thing we didn't mention, they drafted another wide receiver from TCU, the punt and kick returner, speedster guy. Really fast. 4.34 is what he ran. 4 special team returns in his career. Is outstanding returning the ball, and he's quick as fuck. But then you throw in Max in there just because now him and Herbert are going to talk about how these guys work, and you bring it all in. I mean, I you don't understand the pick as much because you feel like he probably would have went undrafted and you could have signed him. But then, you know, you never know where guys fall. And I could definitely see Max Duggan being a good, solid backup.
Oh, I was thinking like maybe even a starter in LA.
On the Steelers. That's about it.
On the Steelers.
Yeah.
We have a franchise. We have a franchise quarterback.
We'll see.
No shot.
We'll see.
We do.
That there was no confidence in your saying there.
We do.
I mean, we do. We got a franchise. Another thing, breaking records and such in the first round was 4 straight wide receivers. I mean, we were just talking about the Chargers, but Chargers 4 of them go in a row. Right after the Chargers was the Ravens.
The guy who I wanted.
Yep, Zay Flowers goes to the Ravens. Oh, and speaking of the Ravens, Lamar Jackson finally gets paid.
And he's the highest paid wide receiver. I mean, quarterback.
Highest paid quarterback.
Whatever you want.
Quarterback. Well, Shinny, I hate to tell you this, but the Ravens upgraded their offense.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget Odell Beckham signed.
Yep.
Who?
Odell Beckham Jr.
OBJ.
Third.
Maybe that'll ring a bell in your head.
Junior's going to lock his ass down.
I can't wait till he mosses Porter Jr.
No. The Ravens suck against the Steelers. We own Lamar Jackson anyway, so I'm glad he's staying. I am so glad.
You were not glad. You were
That's
so
fine.
waiting for him to go to another division.
Well, I did wish he would have went to like the Dolphins or something, but now that he's with the Ravens,
we're glad Lamar's going to win another MVP.
I can guarantee the Steelers win 2 games every year now.
Right.
When they
Steelers played fucking Huntley last year. I want Lamar to come back and duke you on you guys.
Yep. Lamar also threw 4 interceptions with the Steelers.
Yeah, he was hurt. You remember?
Throw for 400 and run for 400 on you next game.
He ain't never done that, and he never will. Never will. Not with TJ Watt on the field. Not with TJ Watt on the field.
TJ Watt's hurt.
We'll see if TJ's on the field.
Yep.
Well, that's why I said it. If he's not on the field, then that's the whole argument. My whole argument goes out the window. But if he's on the field, won't happen. So I'm clean.
I'm just like with you. I already told you I like you guys to draft. Except I definitely think that there is a mere little spectacle of in my brain that I don't think the Joey Porter Jr. kid's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a dad's name type of deal.
Dad's name type deal.
I think you put him in a whole shoes he can't fill kind of situation. His dad was an absolute fucking stud there.
A monster.
Man,
A monster when he played for the Steelers.
On the steel curtain.
Yes.
Won a soupy.
Yes. So now you're putting his son in the largest shoes to fill in the same defense.
I think he's ready for it.
Can you name? Can you name a son right now that filled their dad's shoes? Any sport? Any? I honestly can't.
Kobe Bryant.
Bronny.
Kobe Bryant's dad, Jelly Bean Bryant, was played in the NBA.
Boba Tatis. They're all better than their dads.
I don't know about Boba Fett yet.
Okay.
Dante Fachette was a fucking. Is that his uncle or is that his dad?
That's his dad.
Yeah, guy, he's raked. Of course,
he did.
All right.
Vladdy. That's a tough one.
Yeah, no, not yet. We say Tatis because Tatis' dad was a fucking average major leaguer.
Well, I mean, he hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning.
Yeah. Insane.
That's about the only thing he's done.
That's the only, and it will never happen again.
Yeah, that's Fernando Tatis. I will always remember that stat, no matter what, until the day I die.
Off the same pitcher.
Off the same pitcher.
You
what
gonna pull the pitcher?
Doing not pulling them.
Yeah.
What is the coach doing not pulling them? That's insane.
Yeah, you can't ask.
Oh, that's twice. Dodger baseball for you.
Nice.
Love that it was the Dodgers.
Anything else crazy that happened? I think that was really it. We touched a lot of the draft. Will fell. Hooker goes to the Lions. I thought that was pretty cool. Goff got his replacement now.
Yep.
I mean, if Hooker is anything that he was last year,
Goff's out of there.
Michigan's special teamers got drafted. The kicker and the punter got drafted. Not signed, drafted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Gonzalez falls all the way to the Patriots. That was crazy. Everyone had him going 7, go 17.
I thought you were going to get him.
He was pissed. I didn't think he wants to go to the Patriots.
He's pissed because he fell that far.
You think so?
He's supposed to be the number 1 corner on the board.
Right.
He was the true 1-1 corner on the board.
Yeah.
Christian Gonzalez is going to go 17 to the Patriots. And they traded back. Right. Yes, because they had, 14? Didn't they trade with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they flopped you, and then you guys were like, no, we promise we won't take him. Only as long as you traded us.
You made a deal with Bill.
You made a deal with the devil.
I like it. We got who we wanted and more. We got the best tackle, number 1 on my big board.
Number 1 on your big board. That's insane.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Love we this got draft. Fucking TCU's best players.
Yep.
God damn it.
I'm not mad at it.
Chargers University.
The Chargers University.
No.
We got all these other teams looking at Georgia.
The Chargers University. I mean, Roman, riddle me this. Who's the last TCU player the Chargers drafted?
LaDainian Thomas.
No, incorrect.
Quentin Jammer.
No, incorrect as well.
Really? It wasn't LaDainian Thomas?
Yeah, nope. It was a off-injured corner we took in the first round.
Yeah, I know his name. What's his name?
Plays on the...
No.
He's on
the 49ers.
Yep.
The guy who he tore every ligament in his knee.
Both of them. Both knees.
I forgot his name.
Multiple years.
I'm blanking.
Has dreads. Yeah, there you go.
Jason Barrett.
Jason Barrett, our last TCU in the first round.
Are you kidding me? I'm pissed at every single pick now. Jason Barrett's the last person from TCU, and we picked 3 more
players from TCU are like Jason Barrett. I think the Chargers are in for a great 4 or 5 years.
He was great while on the field. Like Shenny says about all his players.
When was he on the field?
While on the field, he was great.
Fuck,
I think he had 16 games started.
That is so
in 5 years.
8 seasons.
I'm pissed you told me that stat.
I'm a man of the people.
That is fucking annoying.
I was gonna say LT, and then all of a sudden, Brett it's popped up in my mind like a little devil on my shoulder. Goes, don't forget this one.
Are those the only two from TCU we've ever drafted?
Ever? Probably not.
Probably not ever, but
the only two you would know.
Recall off the top of my head.
They're probably like Daniel Thomason are the best Charger ever. We need 3 TCU players.
We'll have at least one.
They got I think they got hypnotoed, honestly.
Yeah, hypnotoed.
Like that.
Hypnotoed.
TCU wide receiver, TCU wide receiver.
I do like the USC edge rusher, outside linebacker, whatever you want to put him on the Chargers. Led all of college football in sacks last year. Hey, I'll fucking take that. 13.5 on college season. Are you kidding me?
Where's he gonna play though?
Edge.
I think he'll start over Khalil or
those are outside linebackers. So he'll be an edge rusher. He'll be a little bit in there.
Oh, okay.
For the meantime, I don't know how long we'll have Khalil or Joey at this point. I'm over Joey's bullshit.
Over Joey, low key.
You should trade him to Philly.
I'll trade him to the Steelers for TJ Watt.
What the?
We'll give you both, Khalil Mack and Bosa.
I'll tell you no.
Okay, you're not the GM.
Yes, I am.
No,
Did you see? I said they're going to pick Joey Porter Jr. and they picked him. I'm the GM.
Okay, you and every other Twitter idiot. Because of course you want your fucking outside linebacker son to play for you guys.
Yes.
We love family. TJ Watt.
Derek Watt.
Derek Watt.
I thought he was.
You saved yourself.
Yeah,
Bob was about to flame you.
I was about to flame him, going like, when they drafted him, who was on the fucking team then?
Cam Hayward, his little brother.
Yeah, trash.
We do have 4 sets of brothers on our team now.
Who?
And his son. Because isn't Joey the outside linebacker coach? Doesn't he coach for you guys? Or he did until he put his hands on the player, right? Until he was up in there with Vontez.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, my NFL brain. I'm in.
He was our coach at one point. I do remember being our coach.
And then he put his hands on some players
on the other team.
When Juju got smacked,
I respected them. I respected.
Oh no, Juju smacked Vontez.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how it went on, but I'm pretty sure that he got in trouble for that. I don't think he got let go for that, but I don't remember exactly. I'm an MLB brain, not NFL brain.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, NFL draft always fucking exciting part of the year.
So many fucking trades.
This felt like the most trades all time.
Was definitely a lot. I'm
gonna set an alarm right now. Mute Schefter, all these guys because
they ruined the draft. I tweeted that out Thursday morning. Are all the fucking Twitter idiots gonna beat us to the draft? And every pick was on my phone before Roger walked out.
Yeah.
And that also, one last thing before we end this podcast, my average take of the day is when the NFL draft starts, that first pick needs to be in. I don't want to give that first fucking team 10 minutes.
Right.
They've had how long?
I agree with that.
How long? This NFL draft
they knew they were number one last year.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, the NFL draft has started. And with the first overall selection, so when everyone turns the draft on, the entire world goes, oh shit, it's draft time. The entire world turns to that channel. It's Roger Dale reading off the first fucking pick.
I agree with that.
Done.
But also 10 minutes is too long.
10 minutes is too long. But at the same time, it's a 10-minute period that you have to select a pick that's going to change your franchise for the next future. I think 10 minutes is fine. It does feel like too long for the viewers, but I know if I'm in that draft room and the pick before me fucking takes my guy, I'm frantic for the next 10
minutes to fucking.
We had 10 minutes to find.
They do that on purpose,
though. The what?
The wait. 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, because
NFL ordered
the 10 minutes. They do it because there's multiple processes they have to do. They have to tell the next team what the pick is immediately as soon as they're on the clock. They have to tell them before it gets announced. So they have 10 true minutes to break it down. And then by the time the pick is in, that goes to the next team. They have to make the jersey. They have to get the cap.
Yeah,
that all is a process, and then it goes. So as soon as that pick is in, the next team
they know who's getting picked. We just don't know.
Yeah, I think all teams know
It's pretty sick. They make the jersey quick like that.
Right on spot. There's a press right there.
Yeah.
It's not a real like authentic stitched one. It's
Shitty
just
jersey.
I mean, it's still like though you could do it quick like that. Yeah.
But it's a momentum piece that you'll never forget.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true.
Unless you're Eli Manning.
True. Unless you got traded as soon as you picked.
Right.
Which doesn't happen too many times anymore.
I think I still keep the jersey though.
I
First team that got me.
I can guarantee you Eli Manning does not have his Chargers draft jersey.
I mean, Eli's a different situation because he threw a temper tantrum.
Yes.
He literally pouted.
I think he lit on fire, honestly.
I mean, maybe.
Do you think he even got one?
Yeah. Because there's a picture of him holding it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He gave it back.
Yeah, he's all, Philip, can we trade these? Yeah. I don't want this.
He gave it to his older bro, Peyton. Fix this.
I truly think his dad didn't want him and Peyton battling it out in the same division. Or not same division, but same conference. Yeah. Both AFC, I think that was
won't
easy.
Speak on Eli Manning's decisions, but he did win 2 Super Bowls, so
they were correct. But at the same time, that's the most pussiest decision I've ever seen.
It's very soft.
To sit there and be like, I do not want to be drafted by that team.
Yeah,
but he just got drafted 1-1 overall.
Yeah, some people don't even get drafted.
Yeah. And you know, once you declare for the draft, you have a chance of going 1-1 overall to do worst team.
Yeah.
The motherfucker who has the 1-1 is usually the worst team.
Yeah.
You're the best college player, buddy. Guess what? You're lacing them up to a bad team. You're
going to the Browns.
Yeah. Like, let's not over fucking zealous this. You get what you signed up for. I mean, that was just the worst move of all time.
Possibly.
But all right. Nothing wrong with being average.
Yes, sir.
Great drafts all the way around. I think all of our teams had a pretty decent draft.
Tell us if you like your team's draft.
Oh, we didn't even mention you guys drafted my favorite tight end off my board.
Thank you.
Oh,
Darnell
Washington.
Yeah,
he's an absolute monster.
Absolute monster. Could block like a motherfucker.
Six O lineman. I love it. Najee, I'm expecting a big year.
Yeah, you better expect a big year because you drafted offensive lineman and then the best blocking tight end in the draft.
Yep.
And he's a monster to pair him up with your other tight end as well. Wow. Gave me 2 gloves.
We didn't go for a tight end.
They're big boys too. Yeah, him and Freiermuth are big boys.
Yeah, big boys.
I think he's 6'7", 6'6", maybe.
Yeah. He's huge.
What?
Huge. Trade us one.
No, hell
we
no.
We need one.
You watch his highlights though? Oh my god, he looks like a bat coming out of hell.
Love it. The tight ends did fall a little. I wish the Chargers drafted one. They did not. They signed some that were undrafted after the draft.
Tony Oliveri. UC Davis?
No.
Oh,
I wish.
No.
I wish, but then I don't wish. I wish because Tonio's my homie, but
don't want to win your team.
I don't want to. He's not gonna catch no for the
ball. You're roasting my average athlete.
My bad.
Average athlete.
Yo, what the
fuck?
So yeah, this was a great draft. Michael Mayer goes to the Cowboys.
Yes,
I think that was a great pick.
Don Kincaid
what about
to
the
the
other
Buffalo
Bills. Yep.
The freaking strong D lineman.
And thank you guys for listening. Have a great rest of your afternoon.